What's up? And my name's Nada.
And I'm Clarus.
And das us, the Expanse, Season 4, Episode 4, Retrograde.
Wow, that all worked out really cohesively, and I didn't like that. It's a good voice. Whatever.
If you want the full length reaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. But if you don't, stay here, because you're already here, and we're about to watch the episode. You ready for this?
Apparently not.
Let's do this.
I'll take you to the Rosie. You'll be safe there. But we're leaving.
Yeah, they jumped right to it. Holy shit. Okay, here we go. Ah, fuck.
Killing him be more trouble than it's worth.
Isn't killing the other 4 people more trouble than it was worth?
Well, no, because they're belters who are kind of there, like, legally, right? But the Rocinante is sanctioned by Avasarala herself.
I think you knew this was going to happen. And you know more than you're telling me.
Alex is like, yeah.
It's like me when we're watching Full Metal Alchemist.
At this point, I think I qualify.
Naomi?
Yeah, that's not how that works.
But there was nothing I could do, I'm sorry.
Just stay where you are, we'll come get you.
It'll be safer.
If we keep moving, just meet us at the Rosie.
As long as you don't have a fucking heart attack, Naomi.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. It will never happen again, I promise.
No. What I meant is, you could make it happen again, right? Come on. This is a great opportunity for both of us.
Wow.
See, that's more the Draper I expected.
Uh-huh.
She's still in there.
Mm-hmm.
She's just in a tough spot.
Mm-hmm.
We give you back 10% for us kill him now. Good fun.
Appreciate the gesture.
Good fun.
Appreciate the gesture.
10%. After all I've done to them.
I'm a friend of Naomi Nagata. There's only one way you're getting out of here.
Naomi's got a type. She likes him tall, dark, and handsome.
That's why Amos didn't have a chance.
What?
He's too blonde.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, next time you pick a fight, they're just gonna shoot you in the head.
God, he's so shredded.
But Mercury pulled me out of the mud once, and I'll never be done paying him back for that.
Sorry, Chief. Can't help you. We're heading behind the planet. Signal blackout's imminent. We'll talk to you again in 11 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Doctor! God damn it.
Well played.
Amazing.
Any of the belters try anything, shoot them.
This guy, like, has to go home at some point. Like, he doesn't want to live here. What the fuck does he think is going to happen when he has to answer questions on the other side of this? Like, he's not going by any book anymore. And, like, I get that he's upset. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But he's old enough to know that at some point he has to, like, justify this to somebody.
Well, if only his people are left.
That's not how that works. Like, that never works out for anybody. Historically, never works out for people. Like, the first one he can kind of get away with, but they're getting to the point where it's like...
I mean, he has proof, right? Because he has the recorded, like, meetings for her. Anyway.
It's tough.
Yeah.
He still should be shooting unarmed people. You still can't really justify that.
Do you have any idea?
Just keep your chin up. Have faith in Mars. Something will turn up.
Does she just give up on all this plotline and just go work for Avasarala because it's exhausting to be here?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Question.
I better not be who's paying. You know, I've been out of work a whole lot longer than you have.
Does the place feel different to you?
Well, I think they rotate the taps on Tuesday. You get 2 more?
Make him tequilas.
I know what night they're going to have now. It's my favorite kind of night.
So many things.
How long do you think it took him to be like, this is the hottest position I can be sitting in when she comes in?
This is the rum tum tugger position. You know it's true.
That's funny.
only funny if you're familiar with Cats the musical.
What did she tell you?
You used her for murder and stole her child when she tried to leave.
Yeah.
You know the age.
I was never that young.
I believe that.
Yeah, yeah.
How did it go?
He talks too much.
You feel that way about everyone.
We'll be back for Amos as soon as we can. Just keep your head down and don't get hurt.
I'm really worried they're gonna turn that device back on to fuck up the settlement to get everyone out of there.
They're not gonna shoot us with him aboard.
I agree. They're going to board you.
Well, they won't enjoy the experience.
You'd enjoy that chaos, Kinna.
It would be a sight to see. But by then, the three of us would just be dust and the regrets of others.
It's a good line.
Damn.
We'll just be dust and the regrets of others. Ooh. I'm so glad he didn't die last season.
You're dreaming. We don't have the ships, we don't have the weapons.
Don't be so sure about that.
Ooh!
What does Mars have to do with it?
This is how Bobby's thing ties in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I see it now.
We can continue this conversation later. When I'm back on my ship. Assuming you survive the encounter.
At this point, I don't think anything could kill him.
Kumile, you are ready to engage. This will not take long.
Stop it! I'm sorry!
This is a Mariner Valley police action. Remain in place until you receive further instructions.
Fuck. Just hanging out in their doorway.
Probably heard the beeping.
Oh, fair, yeah. Do you think David comes clean to his dad that it's his fault?
I don't know.
She made me promise not to tell you.
Oh, she got hit. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, she got shot. Did you not hear it?
Oh, he shot. I didn't realize he hit her.
Oh, yeah.
Give you my word he won't be harmed. This has nothing to do with you. Should think about them.
He's bluffing. He won't hurt them.
I don't buy that.
I don't know.
Naomi!
She's been shot!
Oh, fuck. Oh, it's getting so bad.
No, Naomi's not fucking around. Okay.
Archery's got guns, but the Rossi has bigger guns.
He does have bigger guns.
Oh, but now Amos is a hostage.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
We'll take care of you.
I like that the show made it more complicated by actually having her have done something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what or not, by it not just being like her caught up in something that she's not involved in at all.
Yeah.
Respect from you get respect from us. We are all PA, huh?
She's cool as shit.
What is my crime?
Piracy, thievery, murder, terrorism.
Before the rings change everything, the rings did not change the inners.
True, unfortunately. Mertry's evidence of that.
Well, I speak for Anderson Dawes and City Station, and I say death.
Black Sky accepts Senato's forfeit.
Golden Bell also says life.
This is a problem. For everybody.
Yep.
We accept Denaro's offer. He lives.
Oh, it's so bad.
If we handed out a death sentence against their votes, we would have been asking for a civil war. I did what had to be done.
Okay! That's actually a good argument.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a good political movement.
And if he breaks his word, he breaks it to all the factions. He will be signing his own death warrant.
That is a gamble.
I feel like we might have just met the series big bad. He won't come back till like the end of next season, but then...
The problem is he can manufacture the promise breaking.
Yeah.
The position would have to be full-time then.
Call Avasarala. Like,
I know, you know the most powerful person. On another planet, to be fair, but...
I'm in.
To take him down from the inside, I hope? Bobby? Or Bobby becomes a drug kingpin on Mars.
maybe.
The security team up here has locked down all Earthbound comms. Mercury's orders from what I gather.
There has to be something we could do.
They keep having these very private conversations in public rooms without headphones in.
Yeah.
Like, wear AirPods, I don't know.
Those islands are generating massive amounts of heat. What the fuck is going on down there?
But sure, let's all move to Islas. What could possibly go wrong?
I just wanted to have the choice.
I don't care where we are. Just that we're together.
Their relationship is so well done.
Yeah.
It's like an adult relationship that has its complications and also has its sweet moments. But
Yeah.
Isn't like saccharine or like...
And you're not like, why do they even like each other?
No, they respect each other. You know what I mean? They lean on each other.
Your own. Just take care of Naomi. I will.
I'm not alone. I have Amos.
I've got Miller in my head.
True.
With his silly little hat. In the anime, this is where they flash back to Amos giving him like 6 months of guns training in space. His time in the danger room.
The danger room.
That's what they call it in X-Men.
Oh.
Yeah.
This had nothing to do with Naomi.
This ends now. You're not in charge anymore.
If you can't handle Holden, you can't handle Amos. I'm sorry, but like...
Yeah.
That smile, you smug bitch.
Such a fucker. He's too used to being in charge. He's like, no, I said it.
Yeah, and you know what? He's right. Dude's fucked.
Well.
And Amos's dick game is so good that they have a lady on the inside.
Yeah, but unfortunately those people are loyal to this guy for some reason.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be a problem, but...
I think the one thing that would make this a little bit stronger for me
Mhm.
is if his rationale and actions were just a little bit more above board. Just a little bit, because...
He's like full like PTSD reactive, not like clarity of thought.
And missions like this have a chain of command, so that something like this happening has a there are fail safes for if something like this occurs, right? If you have or if you have a person who's leading your group who begins to go crazy because of battle or because of the duress of space, like like our militaries have ways involved in order to kind of combat this level of going off the reservation. And I actually find him compelling mostly.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
I think the acting is great. I just think that like he would be aware of how much scrutiny is being put on this mission, and it doesn't feel like there's consideration for that.
Yeah.
And it would just make it a little tighter for me if there was.
Yeah, no, I think he is like acting irrationally, and like we're shown why, because like he wasn't supposed to be in charge.
Well, they call him chief. Like I think he was.
No, there's a line right after the crash that so and so is dead, and so you're in charge. So he like wasn't even supposed to be, which like I get. He doesn't. He seems a little bit too unstable to be. But when the other people are all dead, like I swear, there's like 7 of them left.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It's one of those things where he's just it's sometimes in things, characters will behave irrationally, and you're like, that's fucking dumb. Like, just smarten the fuck up. But, like, this guy's been through some shit, and it is one of the more believable instances of, like, you are making the wrong choices and acting irrationally. But, like, I'm like, I do get it.
I just think that the mission of what they are there to do has been forgotten.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't give a fuck about that. That is not even on his radar right now.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. But it should be on somebody in their camp's radar. And they're all fully like, all right, I guess we're not here to do our mission anymore.
Except for the two scientists that are left, the one on the ground and the one in the air.
And so I don't know. I just, you know, it's just sort of a shame that it's ended this way. It's just sad. And, you know, it sucks for humanity, right?
Yeah.
And it's good writing. Like, the show's good. I'm not like, I wish it was a little tighter, but like that's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It just, I don't really get what his like end game is. Other than retribution.
Or maybe Amos is right and he just likes killing.
Yeah, but you have to justify that to the people around you. I think that's part of it. We haven't. Maybe that would be what would help me get there with him, is if we had seen how he got his men
to listen
in
to him.
line with this.
Yeah.
Because it just seems it seems a little crazy. They're on a planet where like the sky is shooting lightning. And there are diggers. Like there are actual like life and death consequences to being here.
Yeah.
And I think that like a scene of him just kind of rallying his troops to him would have gone a long way in getting me buying in that all of these people are suddenly on board with this level of murder.
Right. Yeah. I hear that.
Whereas like it just kind of seems like it was like automatic that they're all on his side, and this is supposed to be a science mission who work for Holden. Like his authority supersedes theirs, and that's like what Avasarala like kind of
separate missions.
No, all of their resources are available to Holden. That's literally what Avasarala told him, right? So like it's just it's sort of weird that went out the window for that entire contingent of people off screen. And I just think seeing that might have helped me be on board with it. Because it's not that I'm not on board with it. I am. I just kind of am like, how did you get so many people to be okay with this so fast?
Yeah, for sure.
And because even the woman that Amos is sleeping with, she just kind of seems like, this is kind of what he's like, but I'm with him. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like he had to like sway her at all. She's just like, nah, whatever he says goes. And I'm like, really? Murdering innocent people? Maybe innocent people? He shot someone in the head. He shot an unarmed person in the head. And I feel like we should have seen the scene of him justifying that to his people.
Yeah.
And they're just fine with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I buy that. There's too many scientists on this mission. They're not a military unit,
There's
right?
only 2 scientists.
No, but
everyone else is military.
I guess all the scientists are the ones who died, and the military are the ones who survived then.
Yeah,
because this was supposed to be a science mission. Like there should be there's.
If there was, for example, like 30 people on the ship, right, and 23 of them died, and you have 7 left. One of them is a scientist, and like 6 are like gunslingers. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's shitty, but
yeah, I think that's what I'm missing. I'm just missing the scene after he shoots the unarmed man in the head, where he gets his people motivated to be okay with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I like to believe that most people see an unarmed man get shot in the head and go, hey, that's not okay.
I have some questions about that.
You know the government is scrutinizing every single thing we do here, right?
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to fully be like, oh yeah, the Belchers did do something wrong here, when they are like, hey, this guy shot one of us in the head, maybe we'll kill them before they kill us. They're kind of justified. They're in more of a self-defense position than he ever was.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? It's just tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Although Amos is fucking jacked. Wes Chatham gets bigger every year.
Yeah, probably.
And Star Wars has him in a fucking full body armor. You can't see him.
I know. What a shame.
What a waste of money. God damn.
Oh, yeah. What do you think the planet's doing?
I've got no fuck.
I have no idea. I'm like, oh, the islands are getting hot.
It goes all the way back to like, and it's funny because people were like, the pearl molecule can't do anything. It just is like evolving. And I'm like, this back in like our season 2 reactions, when I was like, I would just like them to nail down some like reality of this thing, because it's like,
because it can do
but
anything.
now it truly is, it's a molecule, but it is also a machine, and it is also dormant but now back alive, and it can create lightning and but it's
beyond
magic.
our tiny human brains, which is weird because humans wrote this. So
I just think that I kind of understood it, not really understood it. What am I trying to say? I understood its place in the story better than I do right now. And I think it's because the plot lines are all over the place. It's because the show, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I hope Bobby gets kind of brought into the Belter stuff like pretty quick.
I just want them to. I just want, like, I really don't care about the election on Earth. I know it's going to be important, but in terms of like, that is Avasarala's plot by herself with her new husband, right? And there's, with a show that has so much going on, especially because these seasons are shorter now. Like, we only have 10 episodes, and then 10 episodes, and then 6. Like, there's there's less than 2 season 3s of television left in the show.
Yeah.
And so I just would there's a lot of different pieces to this, and I think that if some of the shaping can start to like feel like this proto-molecule is important again, as opposed to just being an obstacle that we don't understand.
Yeah.
Because everything else is so great. I feel so bad for Naomi. Like, Naomi's story is so beautifully tragic, and like I just wanted to have a choice is so heartbreaking.
I know. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, yeah.
But it goes back to Marcos Inaros's like speech, which was so good, and he's such a compelling villain, right?
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about him is that like there is an argument that can be made that he's right.
Yeah.
But he's also wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And like his idea that there are resources for everyone is not true, because there isn't even enough resources just for Earthers, right? The Earth, and I think that like he hasn't experienced that.
Well, and that's the problem, is they are all so far removed from one another that it is us and them so hard, right? And I do love that like Carmina understands politics better than...
That was surprising, but she's so smart. I loved it.
Yeah, what's his name?
Ashton. I was like,
it's not Anderson, it's like...
Ashwald? It's Ash something.
Ash.
I think it's Ashton or Ashford.
We're gonna call him Ash. Because I'm terrible with names. But that she proves over and over and over again why she is the captain and in charge. And I love.
Here she's not the captain, but yeah.
Well, sorry, she was the captain of the Behemoth, and like.
And now it's Medina Station, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Like,
She is the one like calling the shots, and like I love when I'm like, this character like undeniably deserves to be the one to call the shots, right?
Yeah,
like
100%.
they've consistently shown that they can think critically and be like 5 steps ahead, right? And she's like, I know that not spacing him now is going to be a fucking problem, but that is a problem that we can work towards resolving in the future, as opposed to, like she said, a potential civil war with the other factions, right?
And like, you're kicking the can down the road a little bit.
Yeah.
But at least you know what direction the can's going.
Yeah, exactly.
As opposed to before, where like they didn't see this problem coming, right? And so that's interesting.
There's like nothing they could really do about a civil war, but there is maybe something that they can do about bringing the belt and the inners together and like having something to, because like I feel like when they were all kind of in the ring, they all had a commonality between them.
Well, they were stuck, literally.
Right? Yeah. And now they've lost that. And so, what is it going to be this time that like teaches the humans to come together?
Marcos Inaros.
Huh?
Marcos Inaros.
And Eros?
Marcos Inaros. That's his name. The new bad guy.
Oh, names.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, I didn't understand why you were looking at me like that. I was
like Marcos and Eros, and I was like,
do you think?
What?
Do you think that Marcos and Eros? Do you think that Naomi not being able to be on the planet is going to lead her back to him?
Well, it took them a month to get there, so no.
I mean over the next few seasons. Because I have a feeling he's, like, building... I have a feeling they are going to go to war with him eventually.
Right.
He just seems...
Seems like a long-term baddie.
For a number of reasons. One, he has a lot of money, and he has a whole fleet of people who follow him.
Yes.
He's Naomi's ex, which means that, like, she's going to have a scene with him at some point in the show.
Her son is.
If he's alive.
Yeah, if he's alive.
And also
like,
their son.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's her ex, who has her son, who is a belter through and through, and she cannot survive on a planet.
Yeah, like, I don't think that it's this season.
I don't know. I think we might see them starting to get pulled a little bit closer than we want, than we're comfortable with, like late this season, early next season.
But the problem with that is that if they travel back, like if Naomi travels back, that is a month of time that then has to pass on the planet.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how the show, like, because things are happening so fast on the planet, like they are literally. I don't know
that they can live on that planet.
Oh, so you think that they just get kicked off and they all leave?
I don't know if it's even kicked off. I think it might be a realization of what the planet is, leading to them going, we gotta go. This thing's a fucking weapon.
Maybe.
Because it's Halo.
No, the ring is Halo.
Yes, but yes.
I'm just giving you shit. Yeah, I don't know. This was fun.
We did not get any resolution on the nuke situation.
Yeah.
Or warhead. I guess it wasn't a nuke.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't.
Seems like a very strange thing for Holden to do.
I feel like I feel like the reveal will still come about it. It's just that the Naomi thing was more important in the moment.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because they get the call, like, they shoot it, and then they shoot it, and the first thing that we hear on the radio is, hey, this guy's murking people. Yeah. So I think that it might just be something we get to next time. If you like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is?
Names. Yep.
Cool. Marcos Inaros. I don't know why I put on an accent for that one.
I don't know. You said it like so many
Marcos
other times.
Marcos Inaros. Marcos Inaros. Marcos Inaros. Or Marcos Inajos.
Bless you.
If you want to follow us around the internet, you can. I am at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye.